I don't know, man. These fuckers better not try to take advantage of Rin, or I'm gonna be real pissed and start, and I might have to murder those two. No, anyway. Rin applies for, and thanks to Nomiya pressuring the principal, I'm sure, is granted leave for the rest of the term for exceptional extracurricular activities. She has to make up for it during summer vacation, but it seems she doesn't mind. Well, it's Rin, so... Rin will still be able to eat and sleep at school, of course. She just doesn't have to go to class. I'm not entirely sure if I envy her or not. Dude, free room and board? Come on, man. It all makes me feel anxious somehow. It's the last day of school for Rin. I feel like I should send her off with a word of encouragement, or at least say something. It was sort of due to my influence that she decided to dive headfirst into this after all. Oh yeah, it'll be my fault when everything goes wrong. Oh, way to go. I only just now realized that. My class ends a good 20 minutes early, so I walk down to the lobby and buy a can of juice, and then sit down on a bench and wait for Rin. I pull out a novel from my bag and search for the place where I was. You know, you probably should get a bookmark. Time stretches comfortably over the warm afternoon while I idly sip my orange juice, which makes my acid reflux flare up. But you know, and read a few chapters of the book. The plot doesn't seem to advance at all, but it's all the same for me. That's a line for a lot of visual novels where it's like, I don't know if the plot's going anywhere. We're just doing a thing. Not right now, of course, because, you know, we're actually doing things. The bell rings to end the school day, and the students shuffle to club meetings are outside. Nobody notices me, sitting on the bench with my nose in the novel. I'm bench guy! Holy shit. I keep watch for Rin, but I don't see her familiar face or red-tinted hair passing by. Rin, what are you doing? Rin, oh my god, Rin, hello! I check my watch 20 minutes past the end of class when the lobby is all but emptied of all people again. Even Rin should have already managed to get out of class, but either I missed her walking by or she never came downstairs. I feel like she never came out. Perhaps she went to the art club room for some last-minute things instead, or got held up by her strict homeroom teacher. Fuck that teacher. I haven't really waited that long, but having grown tired of it already, I decided to go find her myself. Ugh. Alright, get up. Hold on. I stuff my book back in my bag and throw the now empty juice can into the trash bin, then climb upstairs. At least you didn't throw it on the ground, like a lot of students would. The hallway is eerily quiet, as there are no club rooms apart from the art club nearby. I check there first, but not even the teacher's in. I wonder why. Coming back toward the stairwell, I quietly knock on the door of 3-4 and push the door open to peek in. Hello? Yellow sunbeams cross the classroom, falling across the floor. The dust and chalk floating slowly in the air make the light almost palpable. The entire room bathes in the gentle light shining through the windows, washing the shadows away. Only one person is inside the classroom. Rin, what are you doing? Wait, oh, she's just sleeping. Alright. Rin sits in what I assume is her seat, next to the window in the third row. Ah, she's the main character. Her head rests against the desk. I wonder if she slept through it all. Apparently not even Emmy had the heart, or maybe even the capability, to wake her up. I close the door quietly, walking past the neat, even rows of desks. I go over to where she sits. Rin? Hello? Her mouth is suddenly so dry that the word comes out as my mouth, not her mouth. I'm dry! She doesn't answer, so I set my bag down on the floor next to hers and lean over to look at her face. Yeah, that's not gonna be scary if you... The first thing you see is just Hisao's fucking face. Rin's eyes are peacefully closed, the long eyelashes projecting thin shadows onto her cheeks. Her mouth is slightly open, letting me hear the quiet sound of her breathing. Her usual messy hair is even more so today because she's fucking sleeping, lying in complete disarray over half of her face and forehead. Her bag is lying at her feet like a forgotten rag doll. A few books and pens have fallen out of it and near her seat. The scene makes me smile a little. God, I gotta clean that. I touch Rin's head lightly, sweeping a few stray hairs off her ear. Her hair feels warm against my palm, perhaps because it's the fucking sun. Rin stirs. I retract my hand on reflex, feeling embarrassed for touching her so casually. But she's not even, actually asleep. She looks so vulnerable, like any sleeping person. It's impossible not to feel fondness toward her. Dude, when you're sleeping, that's the most vulnerable position you ever are in. Except for another one, but we're not going to talk about it. I sit on the desktop of whomever is in front of Rin, then draw the window slightly open to get some fresh air in. Hopefully it'll wake her up and I won't need to resort to cruder methods. Cruder methods. Oh, whoa. We got actual, movement? She doesn't wake up, but I don't really expect her to. Looking at her makes me feel tired as well. Oh, we're gonna fall asleep. To be honest, I wouldn't mind a quick nap either, but I content myself with just leaning against the large window. The glass is warm against my ear and cheek as these windows face west toward the setting afternoon sun. That afternoon light is slowly melting into Rin's auburn hair, softening her outline so that she seems to be fading into her surroundings. The minutes twitch. The what? Minutes? The minutes twitch. What does that mean? The minute, thank you, brain, twitches of her muscles. Her hair swaying in the air current. The even rhythm of her breathing. It all gives a strong impression of a dreaming girl. Like all sleeping people, Rin looks like she's away from this world in some distant dream country. With her, it doesn't feel so obvious that she would ever come back. She seems so detached from her surroundings, even when she's awake. In fact, she has the same kind of air around her when... when she's actually awake? The realization hits my consciousness without warning. Rin sometimes looks like that when she's painting. Her focused expression gives the same feeling of being on the other side of some imaginary gap as looking at her sleeping face does. I feel a pain in my chest. Oh, God. There's no way I could close that gap to be on the same level with her. Don't say things. It hurts, even though I know it's impossible for any two people to truly understand each other. But Rin, well, she's almost entirely in another world when she's talking about art, thinking about art, or making art, anything to do with art, really. It's a world that I, or anyone else, really can't share with her. Just like the world of dreams. That's I can share. You could share dreams with people. It's been proven in other visual novels. Rin still doesn't show any signs of waking up, so I'm faced with the decision of either arousing her myself or waiting for her to awaken on her own. I choose the latter. Now let's just let her. She'll wake up eventually, maybe. Waiting is something I'm good at. I learned in the hospital. Oh, it even says it. I found that out during my hospitalization. But even the hospital ward was, more lively than the school after classes are over. The only sounds in this place are the loud ticking of the clock above the door and the distant sounds of students down on the grounds. A genuine summer breeze blows inside the window I cracked open, full of warmth, and carrying the scent of light. I don't know what light smells like, but if it had a scent, I'm sure it would be like cinnamon. I look outside to see where it came from, but I'm dazzled almost immediately. The window glass seems to trap all the sunlight within, making it painful. Look that. Don't look at it. You stupid. All I can glimpse through the window are the dark silhouettes of the trees and the wall around the campus against the setting sun's radiance. As I turn back to watch Rin, she stirs again. She feels the wind. Whoa! Wait! No! A single tear worms down the corner of her eye, slowly making its way across her face before it falls onto the desk. Rin, no! Why? No! It's tiny. Barely a droplet, but it captivates me. Another tear follows the first, and then a third. A feeling of anxiety overcomes me, petrifying me on the spot. It's like, what? It's so strange, seeing Rin's face peaceful as she sleeps, but at the same time, she's got tears just streaming down her cheeks, wetting the wooden desktop she rests her head on. I don't know what to do, so I do nothing. Well, I mean, Rin, no! We just, shake her awake and just watch the tears roll one by one down her face. I wonder what she's dreaming about. Well, something to produce tears, that's for sure. Rin wakes up after one final flinch, or perhaps because of the tears. She felt the weirdness. She sits upright and yawns so excessively it looks like her jaw might dislocate. She notices my presence, but her reaction is more like the lack of any reacting at all. It's just an acknowledgement, no startled gasp or anything. Hello. Good morning. She's so groggy she can't even return my smile that I somehow can't stretch to be entirely honest. I don't. It's a bad day for Rain or whatever. Rin notices her wet cheeks and quickly wipes them on the shoulders of her shirt. It seems she isn't all that surprised or flustered by him. Does this just happen? You cried in your sleep? A bad dream, perhaps? No, it's nothing like that. It's something I've learned to do from other people. What do you mean? It's a funny story. I'll tell you later. What do you mean? Wait. On second thought, not really that funny at all. I guess I won't tell you. Did you want something or did you just come to watch me sleep? Well, it was the first one and then it was the second one. I wanted to see you after classes. Oh. Well, it's after classes now, and I'm seeing you right here. Yeah, I just wanted to say good luck or something. I figure the upcoming weeks are going to be a lot of work for you. Thanks. Rin yawns again and blinks a few times. I feel weird. Didn't really get much sleep at all last night. You got butterflies in your stomach? She's going to say something weird to that. What? No. I mean, yes. I know what that means. Butterflies. Don't really feel so good now. It'll be fine. You're so confident. Someday it'll bite you in the ear. Oh, it already has. I'll look forward to it. I think I have to go. I promised Miss Sionji that I'd go there straight after school. And now it's after school. Is it okay if I come by sometime? I'm guessing you're planning to work long hours, so if you'd prefer to avoid distractions... It's okay. It's not a distraction. Not like Emmy. Don't bring her with you, though. I wouldn't like that this time. I told her to stay away. Whoa! Okay, I guess Emmy is a very loud distraction, huh? I see. Alright then. Okay, bye. Rin stands up and silently walks to the door with me following behind. The school's empty always, devoid of the usual crowd of students. It feels very lonely. It's only a few hours since school ended, but the building seems to be all but deserted. Our footsteps are all that intrudes upon the stillness of the hallways. The change is sudden, but it shows how the building is just an empty shell, dead without its students and teachers to liven it up. Oh my god. Sounded dark. It's like the school has become a private world for just the two of us. A desolate place filled with the silence and chalk dust. I'm going to change. You mean like yourself, or just in the, something? She says this out of the blue while we're walking down the stairs from the 3rd floor, and it makes me wonder how she views this challenge that lies ahead of her. That's what people gotta do sometimes, That's, I'm sure everyone goes through changes. And, oh god, the music, it's dying. That's the last thing we say to each other that day. Whoa! Even though there's so much more that we can talk about. And even those words drown in the all-encompassing silence, disappearing into the stagnant air as if they were never said. I don't know, man. I'm anxious. Anxious about what's about to happen. Alright, the next Monday is marked by a strange emptiness that grips me. Caused by the knowledge that I won't be able to see Rin whenever I want anymore. I mean, you can, you just gotta go somewhere else. This hollow feeling's a little bit disconcerting, but I make it to the afternoon all the same. My class is, in a word, terrible. It's not the lesson that's bad. It is, however, very boring, and it's so hot in the classroom that I feel like I'm melting. Where's the goddamn air conditioner? Come on. Oh, it's broken. Well, shit. The air conditioner is either broken or turned off, so the windows are open. That doesn't help. That just means you're letting in more hot air. It makes no difference, since the air outside is completely still. Oh, only the chirping of cicadas carries inside. The sweltering heat permeates the room. Students and teachers alike are in an almost delirious state. I just want to stand up and walk out of here without caring what the teacher or anyone else says. I could see I'm not the only one with these thoughts, too. Next to me, Misha is shamelessly holding her skirt up a bit and fanning air in with her notebook. You know what? Only Shizune seems to be as cool as always, sitting with her back perfectly straight, arms folded on her chest, her eyes fixed on the equations scrawled on the blackboard. How does she just remain so stoic? I keep shooting yearning glances at my watch, but it doesn't help the time go by any faster. It's funny. I remember how badly I wanted to get out of the hospital and go back to school, and now I just want to go back to the hospital. And now all I can think of is the upcoming summer vacation and the freedom from classes and homework. That's because school's great for a little bit, and then you just get sick and tired of it. Perhaps it's human nature to think only of the situation at hand. Oh, thank God. I'm getting out of here. Finally, the bell rings. Oh, relieved, my classmates and I burst out into the hallway, already crowded by students from our neighboring classes. No, Emmy, please, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to see Rin. I spot Emmy's diminutive figure nearby and walk up to her. Hey there. She smiles sweetly, clearly happy to see me. Hisao, what's up? Is your classroom super hot too? Super hot. Yeah, it is. I thought I was gonna melt in there. Nothing else is really happening though. Feeling a bit weird now that Rin's on her own great adventure, or whatever the hell you want to call it. And oh my god. Emmy's face cracks in an even wider smile and she jumps up and down enthusiastically. Isn't it great? I'm so happy for her. I bet everyone will like her paintings and she'll sell a lot of them and make piles of money. Or Nomiya and what's-her-face will make tons of money. And just leave Rin to rot. No! Yeah, I'm sure it'll work out great. Dude, I'm like in the skeptic section of this route right now. I don't think it's gonna work out great at all. I think shit's gonna go horribly wrong. I'm totally sulking at her, though. What? She huffs angrily and places her hands firmly on her hips, even letting a little anger seep into her voice. It doesn't quite have the impact she's probably going for or hoping for, but I say nothing. Why is that? She said that she doesn't want me to go see her. Oh, yeah, she did mention that. I guess she prefers to not be distracted. I understand. I don't think I'm that much of a distraction. Besides, I'm sure she'll forget all about eating and sleeping properly if someone's not there to tell her to do it. Sometimes she's like that. Gets completely fixated on whatever and drops everything else. It really makes me worried, you know? Is she gonna be okay? Such friendship. I wonder if she thinks I'm annoying. No, I'm pretty sure that's not the case at all. You know, you're just energetic and jumpy and excited. You know? Emmy shakes her head, looking amused. I'm not sure if she's joking or not. She has these weird ideas about a lot of stuff. Things just make sense to her in a totally different way than they do to me. I can't even remember all the weird stuff she talked about over all this time. I don't think Rin does it either, really. She's the type who would forget her own head if it wasn't attached to her shoulders. That's why I can't just leave her alone. Is that weird? I don't think it's weird. She leans against the wall, managing to look distraught, yet still cheerful as always. I get a strange feeling about it, as though I were talking to two people at the same time. That's a weird feeling. As it's one singular person. How would I know? Everyone's weird in some way. That's true. But if that's yours, it's a very nice way. At least I can understand what you're talking about, unlike Rin. Most of the time, I got no idea what's going on inside that head of hers. Emmy I almost said gaggles. Emmy giggles, nodding in agreement. I think it's okay even if you don't understand her. That's how she usually is. Emmy stands up straighter, brushing the hem of her skirt and straightening the waistline. She laughs awkwardly. Oh, wow. We ended up talking pretty seriously. So what's up with you, Hisao? Why'd you bring this up? Oh, sorry. I didn't really mean to get into this sort of discussion either. I just... I don't know. I have this weird feeling lately about Rin. I don't know why. Perhaps it's danger? I feel a bit. Oh my god, I couldn't even say bit. I feel a bit guilty bringing up something like this for no reason except my own anxieties. It'll be fine, don't worry about it. That's what I always say, but not in this case. I'm stressed. Suddenly, Emmy clutches my wrist and twists it. Ow! So she can see what time it is on my watch. Oh, okay. I thought she was just like doing some sort of fucking wrestling move on me. Oh, damn, this late already? I should really go. There's a meeting with the rest of the track team at the field. It's not going to be fun in this heat. We're going to sweat like pigs, but I promise I'd be there. That probably is not very good on your legs, huh? Because, I don't know, a lot of sweat just seeps right into the... Oh, God. Bye-bye! you know how, like, because she's got her running legs connected to where her, like, actual legs are, so, like, I don't know. I imagine a lot of shit just gets in there. Oh, God. Oh, no. She skips downstairs, leaving me wondering if what I said, or what Rin said, rather, hurts her or not. Maybe what Emmy said about herself hurt her the most. Come to that. So in the end, even the person closest to Rin is just as far apart from her as everyone else. I wonder if Rin herself ever feels that distance. I felt like I was drifting away from the world too during my hospitalization. I felt anxious and depressed, and even now I sometimes do. But I fight against it with all I got. If Rin had been on that side of the divide for her whole life, I can't imagine how she could not be lonely. But perhaps she's truly different. I refuse to belong to that other place, but maybe she's found comfort there. I mean, she said she was going to change, so maybe that's what she's changing, you know? Well, along with some other stuff. As I walk through the hall that afternoon, I glance at my watch. It's almost 4:30. I would normally have a club meeting to attend to, but I don't feel like going to the art club at all, so I start heading the opposite way. I mean, what's the point in being there now? Rin's not there. Not that she was, I mean, she was one of our sole reasons for being there. It feels like a poorly chosen decision. I just know that if I skip club once, I'm going to skip it again and again, and this is probably it for me in the art club. We already knew. It's been bubbling beneath the surface for a while now, though. I guess I'll formally quit later. Do you even have to? Can you just have no-call, no-shows? And I keep watching the bland linoleum floor while I walk without a direction. This leads me to, perhaps unconsciously, to the school library, or leads me there. It's almost empty and completely quiet. A few studious first years are sitting at the tables, nerds, joining efforts to get homework done before dinner time. Yuko is hard at work today too. She's methodically going through a towering stack of books just sitting on her desk, checking them one by one and then placing them onto the cart beside her. I greet her as I walk by. Good afternoon. I mean, that's her, not me. Good afternoon. I haven't seen you here for a while. Did you read all the books already? She seems to be in a good mood. I don't think so. I joined the art club, so I've been passing the time there instead of working my way through your collection. I think I'm gonna quit, though. So I guess you'll be seeing a lot more of me again from now on. You didn't like the club? Honestly? I don't know. I don't have much of a talent for art, but I didn't hate doing it. It's just felt like, I was gonna say, I guess it just feels kind of pointless. I can't really see any purpose in going. Now, because Rin's not there, the art teacher scares me a little. I get that. Really? He seems like a nice guy. Maybe a bit over the top sometimes. Yuko makes a face that I can't read but doesn't say anything further. What do you mean? Yuko, are you hold on, Yuko. Is there information that you're not telling me? So, how are you doing? Something good happened to me today. I didn't flunk my university course. Oh, well, that's great, ain't it? Yeah. Without the credit, I might have been kicked out, and then I'd have had a lot of explaining to do to my family. I'm really lucky. I think I'm going to buy pudding today to celebrate. Wow. Being a university student sure sounds hard. I'm surprised you're working 2 jobs while still attending. My part-time work really makes it hard to keep up with my studies, and I get yelled at by my student counselor. I mean, it sucks when you have to work and do school at the same time. It really sucks. Especially, you know, like when you're like Yuko and you do have like multiple jobs. Like, fuck that, dude. Where's your time? That's all the time you have in the universe is work, school, work, school. There's no recreational time. And then if I stay up late studying, I get sleepy at work and my boss yells at me. See? And you still need to use 8 hours of your goddamn day to sleep. But if I quit my jobs, I'll starve. It's like I just can't win. I wonder why it's like that. Whew. Whew, I don't really know what to say. Yuko isn't really complaining to get empathy out of me, out of a guy a lot younger than her. She's basically just talking about the facts of her everyday life. Yeah, she's just saying it. It makes me feel even more pity for her somehow. Wow, must be hard for you. I don't know. It's been like this for so long, I've forgotten what it's like to have a normal life, or maybe this already is a normal life for my age. Bruh. Normal life turns into you'll work, you'll work, you don't, and then you die. Like that. Damn it. But hey, there's a lot of fun in between the working and the dying, I guess. Is this normal? It is, right? It must be. Why is being normal so depressing? Oh man, this is too much. I couldn't say. Not like being abnormal is much different though. Oh, I didn't mean that. Sorry. I just got a bit carried away. It's fine. It was a jork. What's a jork? I swear to God, my brain. It was a joke, sort of. Anyway, you seem to be doing just fine now. Yeah, when I really feel down, I take a step back and make a cup of tea. And when I've drunk the tea, I give my mood a kick in the butt like wham! And then I tell myself, now you're gonna do this thing, Yuko. And then I go and get it done. That's why I'm working so hard right now. Oh God. She clenches her fist dramatically at the high point of her spirited explanation. It's a bit unclear what she actually means, but it's nice that she's so motivated. Alright, anyway, continuing on with my depressing life. Leaving Yuko alone with her work, I head to the back of the library where the novels are. I briefly consider reading something non-fiction for a change. Ugh. Maybe a biography, perhaps, but in the end I decide against it. What? Non-fiction? Ugh. My fingers trace the spines along the rows upon rows of novels. They occasionally pull out the random book so I can read the back and maybe sample the first 2 or 3 pages. Nothing really catches my interest, so I end up picking up a book I'd already read back in March or so at the hospital. I recall liking it. I don't really reread books. I read it once and I'm like, that was great, and then I put it down, It's kind of like with movies. I don't generally rewatch movies either unless I really love the movie. So maybe if I really love the book, I'd, reread the book. I sit down on the beanbag chairs and quickly get sucked into the book, turning pages at a rapid pace. I'm probably not the fastest reader around, but pretty fast all the same. Reading quickly makes me feel oddly satisfied. It's because you see the pages, start stacking up on the left side or the right side, depending on, what you're reading. Focusing on reading is something I'm pretty good at, too. I can cram study pretty efficiently as well. As long as I stay motivated. It's the secret to my good grades. Though I'm pretty diligent in class, too. That's what Rin and I have in common. She can focus on painting if she wants to. Oh, now I'm thinking about Rin. I wonder what she's doing right now. Probably hard at work painting. Just fucking sigh. Just whoosh, whipping her. Like, get to work! My painting, scapegoat Patsy, make me money. This distance that suddenly grew between us irritates me. I thought that we were getting closer, but now that feeling's been lost. I'm a bit worried about her too. I can't make sense of my thoughts. I can't leave her alone either. Wait. Aren't these like, wouldn't these basically be the same? I can't leave her alone either, or, yeah, I want to be with her more. What do you mean? Without Rin, I don't really have anyone else at school that I actually talk to. That's a lie. Not like we actually talk much anyway, but at least we hang out. I really don't want to lose that. If I want to keep what I have with Rin going, I have to get involved with making this exhibition happen, right at her side. I realize I've been sitting on the same page for a while now. I turned my gaze back to the book I'm reading. The jungle of glyphs has somehow turned into a near comprehensible cipher, or incomprehensible. I stare at it, expecting the text to start making sense to me. No pattern emerges, noting nothing that could take me any further than I am. Dazed, I close the book, put it back on the shelf, then sit back down and think long and hard about what I really want. Dude, fucking, just be there for Rid. Do everything we can for her, I guess. Maybe if we're around more while she's doing her... Oh, hey, are we on our way downtown? Maybe if we're there more for her, she won't get exploited. Dude, I'm telling you. I've seen a hentai like this before. The next day, I take the bus into the city. It goes twice an hour, starting in the morning, passing by the front gate of Yamaku at 20 minutes past and 10 at the hour. The ride takes considerably longer than the one Nomiya gave us in this car. I slowly read a book as the bus makes its rounds through the suburbs, pausing at almost every stop to pick up someone or let them out. See, that's why it's going slow. Dude, buses are so fucking... I hate them. Eventually, we make it to the last stop at the city center. The city is fair-sized, but not too large and seems too quiet. Nevertheless, I enjoy the atmosphere because we're a city boy. Oh, boy. Despite being slightly directionally challenged, I find my way to the bus station to the gallery without too much effort, and soon find myself staring at the big letters saying 22nd corner. Hello? Inside, the gallery owner is intently studying a large painting hanging on the wall, a portrait of an old man. Good afternoon. She turns around to look at me, and a smile of recognition spreads on her lips. Oh, aren't you the young man from the other day? Shinichi student? Hisao, was it? That's right. Good afternoon, Miss Saionji. Please, just sigh. I don't want to feel any older than I am. You know, I'm so glad that even young people show an interest in art nowadays. It's so refreshing. What brings you here? Surely you aren't just here on a courtesy visit all the way from your school? So I didn't come for the art, actually. I came for Rin. I was hoping to see how she's doing. Oh, is that right? Well then, you need to step back outside. What do you mean? You see, the Altair Atelier is actually at the next door, at the right, on the right, down the street and up the stairwell. That's too much for me to understand. Just climb the stairs to the top floor. There's only one door there. You can't miss it. Alright. I give Sai my thanks. Exit the gallery and locate the door she was talking about. Oh, God. It's like at the school except a horror movie. It leads to a dark stairwell, which reminds me of the stairs. Yeah, see, leading to the roof of the school building. The stairs are steep, and even though it's only 5 floors, my breathing gets heavy before I reach the top. Fucking... I swear to God. Don't get our heart pumping. An unassuming wooden door waits for me there. It's unlocked, so I knock and enter. Just not... Oh my God. It's a goddamn mess in here. As expected of Rin's painting area. Wait, what is this painting? It looks like a... I mean, I don't have the best eyes, and I'm looking at a very small screen, so, like, to me it just looks like a ghost mopping. Maybe that's what it is. The atelier is really just one big room, and with the ceiling lower at one end than the other because the roof of the building is gabbled. There's the huge skylight in the ceiling that acts as the main source of light for the room, bringing in sunlight that reflects off the white painted walls. I suppose it's good to use natural light for art. There isn't much in the way of interior decoration. No surprise, since the room seems to have been used as storage for a while. All kinds of boxes and office furniture are just scattered around the place. The room is dusty since it's not been used in a while. I can see that someone has made some effort to clean up a little, but it's far from immaculate. Oh, you got overalls! And back sprite. Back overalls? Ren stands in the middle of the room with her back to me, staring at a half-painted canvas placed on an easel. Not working on it, just staring, unmoving. Ren? She wears what must be second or third hand denim overalls from over the standard school uniform shirt, much like the one I'm wearing. They look pretty worn and are covered in paint splatters. Yeah, they are. It's not blood. Hold on there. From the way they seem to be loose or tight in places, I'm assuming they weren't originally Rin's. Hi. Hello. Rin doesn't judge my showing up as worthy of turning around, saying maybe something more than just a mechanical reply to my greeting, smiling. Anything. She keeps on doing whatever it is she's doing. Probably some weird creative thing inside her head. Perhaps I should have expected as much. Still, I make another attempt at conversation. It's a pretty cool place. Big, too. It is. Sai said I can use this as much as I like. I even have my own key. So how's the work going? She doesn't answer for a while. I begin to wonder if she's already forgotten the question. As a cloud drifts over the building, shadowing the light pouring in from the skylight, the change in Rin's surroundings seems to wake her up. Just, huh? I don't know. It's like a huge ball. I don't really know which side is the right one. Huh? It's really huge. The hugest thing ever. Like a mountain growing inside of me. Like I swallowed a mountain whole. What the hell are you talking about? It's going to be hard, I think. Really hard. I try to listen for undercurrents of stress or uncertainty in her voice, but I don't pick up anything like that. Why are you here? Her tone is not as unkind as the directness of the question would make it seem. I didn't think it was. Well, you said it'd be fine if I came to visit, so here I am. I guess for not really any real reason, but I thought you might like company or assistance or maybe some, Hisao, oh god. Can you be quiet for about 15 minutes? Maybe 10's enough. 5's definitely not. You talk afterward. Okay. Her tone is sharp. Nothing like I've ever heard from her before. Okay, so, hold on. There's no command, no annoyance, no anger, but her voice pierces me all the same. Alright. With the silence that falls, anxiety creeps back into my heart. I wonder if it was a mistake to come here. I don't think it was a mistake, but you did kind of just stroll on in when she's probably working. And lo and behold, murmurs of traffic filter in from outside, and I start to feel more and more uncomfortable. All my thoughts keep finding themselves returning to certain things that have been swirling relentlessly in the back of my mind for some time now. I feel all those thoughts will surface out of the tempestuous, thank you, brain, sea of my mind, whether I want it to or not. Desperate to divert my focus, I fixate on Rin's back as my mind races. That's what I usually do. Oh god, it's doing a zoom in. I don't think I've ever studied anyone's back so intently before. Her neck hidden by the copper-colored hair, which is, again, in complete disarray. That relaxed yet rigid posture, reminding me that Rin's physical appearance often tends to be awkward, as her various trains of thought. Those gaunt, delicate shoulder blades visible through the thin white fabric of her shirt. The contours of her hips. Okay, now you're getting down to dangerous territory, buddy. Calm down. Curving down to her thin thighs. It pisses me off. What? Wait. Rarely does she ever seem to look at me, whether literally or figuratively. I, on the other hand, am always watching her back, both literally and figuratively. What are you trying to say? Just because she ain't looking at you? You're mad? Maybe she is and you just don't realize it. Whenever she's painting, whenever something catches her fluttery attention, whenever I don't forcibly make her listen to me, I can't reach through to her. Rin's heart is uncharted territory, dangerous waters, the blank areas on a map, the edge of the world, perhaps? If I went too close, I wonder if I would fall off. What do I think of her? Sometimes she's aloof and distant, and it annoys me. At other times, her passion for things she thinks worthwhile shines through, and it inspires me. I can't understand her. Normal people can't. What is normal? Still, I like her and consider her my friend. I suppose part of the friendship is putting up with the oddities of the people you call friends. I gotta admit, there's a lot of putting up with Rin. What does she think of me? I got no idea. Last week, I thought she might have liked me romantically, what with the kiss and all. It forced me to ponder my own feelings, too. This week, I'm utterly confused. What would she do if I told her I liked her in that way? I wonder if I really do. Damn it, I can't make sense of even my own thoughts anymore. It must be contagious. Even if I said a thing like that, would it matter? Nothing affects Rin. Nothing. Well, oh God, hello. Just you fucking wait, buddy. What if you throw the curviest curveball at her and then it's like, what? I'm done. I find her turned around, now staring straight at me. It unnerves me. I try to remember what I were talking about before she requested a timeout. All right, I just came to... I don't know. You still can't finish your sentences. It's not that. Fine. She retreats from the conversation, slipping away from me once again. She doesn't return to the painting, but instead keeps looking at me with that empty poker face of hers. I wanted to talk about some stuff. I've thought about a lot of things. What things? Like what happened last week and so on? What happened? I get the feeling she's playing with me. Why, I have no clue. Is it not a game she's playing with my head? I'm pretty sure she doesn't deliberately try to screw with people. Maybe it's just my own mind playing tricks on itself. Still, Rin feels like a puzzle in the form of a girl. I feel attracted to it, compelled to solve it. The overly rational part of my brain refusing to let me give up. I can't leave her alone. I never would have believed I could be this obsessive about something. Okay, now when we're starting to use the words obsessive, I think there's a problem. Why do I hesitate so much and keep running in circles around her? I don't have to do that. I already decided what I want to say. Rin? Oh God, saying her name with an intention like this makes my mouth dry. As if my subconscious is fighting against what I'm going to say next. I feel like I'm going to lock up any moment now. Rin looks up from her paint-covered toes and stops wriggling them, as there isn't anyone to observe them curiously now. The hard stare of her dark green eyes seems like a portent. I like you. The lack of reaction is like a slap to the face. What? It's Rin! The fuck you want? So, I mean, I'd like to like you as more than a friend. Oh, what is more? Jesus Christ. The slow, hesitant words coming from between her strawberry-colored lips are not the ones I was waiting for. Neither of the two possible answers that I'd been expecting, actually. Well, see, now you gotta explain it. I feel myself blushing heavily, as is par for the course in this kind of situation. My heartbeat sounds like a percussion orchestra on drugs. Oh, God. Rin's, fox. Innocent inquiry feels like I'm being grilled over hot coals. I still like to say fox. I know how to actually say it. Like romantically and no. Whoa! Whoa! Man! I got shut down real fast. Rin turns around, giving me the cold shoulder as she returns to looking at her painting. She makes a move to pick up her brush, which lies forgotten on the floor, but decides against it at the last moment. I can't talk about that kind of thing right now. So don't talk about that kind of thing, please. We're friends, right? So you could do that. Wow! The silence those words leave behind is deafening. I want to say something, but my mouth refuses to move. There's no way I can retain my dignity. Bruh. Rin finally picks up the brush without giving any explanation for her behavior. Maybe there was something in her voice that gave away some emotion, but I couldn't say what. Her shoulders slump melancholically as her foot works canvas in front of her. She won't let me see her face, and I know it. Feeling the weight of my heart grow heavier, I stand up to leave, for I can't stay here any longer today. Whew! That sucks. It's like I opened Pandora's box by stepping over some line that Rin didn't want me to cross, and she had to turn me down. I walk across the squeaky floor to the door leading to the stairwell. Rin's quiet voice stops me in my tracks as I'm about to open the door. Wait! Hisao. Oh! My hand, still on the brass doorknob, is waiting for me to turn it or to withdraw. Yeah? Will you come tomorrow? Oh! See? She's... Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. All hope is not lost yet. Dude, though, she shut you down so fast, though. Or she just doesn't understand what you're talking about. God damn it, dude. Shut out. Fuck. Imagine. Oh, God. Like, that was just a no. Like, imagine. Usually, I mean, of course, she said, what she said after, but, like, imagine going up to your crush and, like, spilling your heart out, and they just say no. And that's it. Whew. You would just be... Like, no explanation, no nothing, just no. Just shattered, man. Heart and soul.